If you'd come to Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba 150 years ago, you would have encountered an immense landscape of grass. This was a whole ecological universe. Old Man and His Back Ranch is on the Old Man and His Back Plateau in the far southwestern corner of Saskatchewan. We're about 4.5 hours drive from any place you've probably ever heard of before. It's looked very much like this for 13,000 years, ever since the ice retreated at the end of the last glaciation. Part of my connection to this ranch is a connection to the Potalas. Peter Potala was a person that I'm very happy to have known as a friend. He was born here in 1934 in the Potala Ranch House. He grew up working this land as a ranch. When Peter began to think about retiring, he knew that he wanted to find a way of protecting his grass. And he and Sharon investigated everything they could think of. Finally, one day, saw a little ad for the Nature Conservancy, made the contact, and bingo. And so in the early 90s, the Potalas struck an arrangement with the Nature Conservancy of Canada to take over management of this property. Peter died in the summer of 2007. So he had the satisfaction of seeing his dream accomplished. In less than a century in this corner of Saskatchewan, maybe 80%, maybe more, of the native grassland has been plowed up. In Canada at the moment, there are 585 known species at risk. Species that, due to human interference with what they need to carry on their lives, are at risk of vanishing forever. The Nature Conservancy of Canada is the only organization I'm aware of that works on a large scale to conserve landscapes. I'm a member of the board of the Saskatchewan branch of the Nature Conservancy of Canada, and I took on that role because I really believe that conserving landscapes is the only sensible way to actually conserve ecosystems. You have to give organisms space to interact and for this whole process of life to go on. In the summer of 2008, the Nature Conservancy created a memorial to Peter Potala, and it's inscribed with a line from The Perfection of the Morning, one of Sharon's very best known books. A line that describes a day on which she found Peter sleeping on the hillside in the midst of all his animals. I've referred to the prairies as a landscape of hope. Despite everything that's happened in the last 100 years, despite all the native prairie that we've lost, I still cling to that belief because I know that as long as there are people who love the prairie and who are willing to take action on its behalf, then there is hope.